Welcome back. Today we're making a skirt.
Okay, so I just cut out a fabric for my new skirt. I'm gonna do an elastic top, which I don't know if it's gonna look super great. It's kind of like the blue skirt that I have. So it's all gonna be gathered up and plopped onto this.
So I already sewed all of it, but what I did was cut 2 of those pieces that you saw, and I did end up cutting the bottom part on the fold, so it ends up just being one piece, and then you don't see the seam allowance. And the top part here, I did a lining so that you can tell it's kind of see-through, so that you just can't see through it, because I don't really want that. And I left the bottom not lined because I just wanted it to flow nicely. And as you can see, I did the elastic waistband here too. And then I wish I did it a little bit wider, just make it a couple more inches. I need to alter it for next time I do it, because it fits me, but it just doesn't get over my hips, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. And then here is the elastic waistband. So what I did, I put the pieces right sides together, and then inside I did the waistband also right sides together. I can't remember if I did the elastic already or not in it, but you can do it either way. And then you're just going to want to do a top stitch at the top just so it lays nicely. For the elastic, I like when it lays flat, so I just ended up doing 2 stitches on it so it won't move around. But what you want to make sure you do is just pull on it while you're sewing on it, because if you don't, it's just not going to have the elasticness stretch to it. Make sure you do that. And then down at this part, this is how I did it. Okay, so I ended up making it a little bit bigger, so I ended up needing to gather it. So what you want to do is just put your sewing machine on the biggest stitch and do 2 lines of it, and then pull on that and gather it. Just make sure you don't backstitch on it so that you can gather it nicely, and then pin it so that it's even. And then now I just need to hem it and then sew that side seam. As you can see, it's not together. Ironing the hem. And sewing it. Alright, now we're going to figure out how to fasten it. So as you can see, I added a little bit of a flap. We're going to put a button here, and then in the inside, I'll show you in a sec, I'm going to do a hook and eye. So this is the inside, so this would all open up. And I'm going to try to figure out how to do a pocket. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it. I might do 2 buttons also, so I can have a bit more room. And yeah, as you can see, that spot's just really big. So I kind of have to have it that big so it can get over my hips. But I'm gonna put a pocket in it so it's just not super big and it's not as noticeable. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, we're finishing this dress because I'm leaving really soon. I'm not actually leaving soon. I just need to finish this. So I want to do a pocket on this spot where this meets, where it clips in, and then just put a pocket here. So this big hole is there for a reason. So we're just gonna take this white fabric and we're gonna cut out a pocket. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just thinking I know what I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna cut out a pocket shape, sew it onto here, and then add a button and a hook and eye, and hopefully it works. This is the pocket size. I didn't have enough fabric, so I would have done like a more rounded edge here. I don't really care because, you know, it's in my skirt, so it's not like it's gonna be seen. Just seen by you guys. Anyways, this is like also massive because of the way that I made this guy, so we might fix that up. It might, like, it actually is quite deep, as we know with my other dress. That's like quite a big pocket. It's massive. I'm gonna get lost in that pocket, but because this guy's so big, it's gonna be kind of small. Anyways, I ironed this and I'm going to sew it, but make sure that you keep that opening open. And then I'm gonna I pinned all those spots because I'm gonna sew all the way around, sew the thing shut.
Alright, so now I have to pick out what buttons to use. I think I kind of want these ones, but I don't know what kind of size and what colors. Like, I'm looking at the flowers, trying to match what colors, like a blue or a pink or red, but I don't feel like I have the right colors of buttons that match those, so just something that'll look good with it. Maybe a blue. Yeah, like, that's a little dark. That one's okay, but a little small probably.
Okay, I think I chose these buttons. I think I'm gonna do 2 of them also. so that if I feel like I need to be a little smaller, a little bit tighter or whatever, I can have that option. So I'm going to do the buttonhole that I'm going to do is going to be on this side. I need to do a hook and eye, which will be attached to this part and then to the inner part of this one. So
and here we are, the skirt is done. I like how flowy it is and nice. As you can tell, you can see the pocket, which I'm not super happy about. I would just have to make that top part a little wider so it actually goes around my waist better. I also noticed there was a little bit of tension because it just wasn't all around my waist nicely. And as you can tell at the bottom, there's one part that's a little bit higher, which is okay, and I'm still really happy with this. I wore it to the Philippines, and I was very happy with how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again sometime soon.